held everybody. We go, why women are not need to give summons. The whole thing goes back to the Garden of Eden, where God created man in his image. And God said that it wasn't good for man to be alone, so was Adam. So God made Eve out of Adam's rib. So when Adam saw Eve, he called not him but her woman. So when woman and God took Adam before he made Eve and anything that don't eat of the forbidden tree, which Adam, after God made Eve out his rib, then Adam was supposed to tell Eve not to eat from the forbidden tree, which he didn't. So Eve went and was deceived by Adam, not by Adam, by the serpent. Then Adam ate of the forbidden tree, which was food or whatever you want. It was something, but they both ate of the forbidden tree that Satan deceived Eve. The whole concept of that is Eve would deceive. And Adam was supposed to be the leader and everything, but the roles were switched when Eve had deceived, so it was a woman authority of a man. And the whole point is God made man to be the leaders of everything. God claimed one to help the man to lead and not to be the leader of things. A woman are not supposed to be leaders. Now, don't get me wrong. Men are supposed to be leaders and stuff, and it don't take out what women are supposed to do. Women and men have a part in different stuff in scripture. 1 Timothy 3:1, this is true, saying if a man desires the office of a overseer, he desires a good work. A overseer then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, and vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apart to teaching, not giving too much wine, not strive, not greed for money, but patient, not brawl, not furnish, one that rules with his own house. Paul gives instructions about women in 1 Timothy 2, 11 to 15. Women teach and have authority over women. Genesis 3 points out about women leadership over men. Women are not supposed to be authorities over men. The man authorities over woman, not the other way around. Men are not men are not meaning to fear the fallen man. Paul has that leadership in the church are for men, not women. The divine order was man meaning woman, not woman meaning a man. When women was a helpmate, women are called to be helpmates. Before the fall, God designed it for a man to be head of the house and church, not man be head church and house. In the whole thing, women was deceived first before men. God designed it for men to be the leaders and to have it where men lead the home and church. 1 Timothy 2:14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived fell into transgression. God's divine order of headship with man, not woman. Scripture has it in it that men are leaderships of home and church. If the roles are not in order, man and the head of woman, then it's not going to work. The point I'm trying to make, man, leadership, home, and church. Women have their part, but not as leadership in a home or church. That's for men to do in church. And man ahead of home of their family. Women order supposed to teach. Women older supposed to teach younger women to love their husbands and children, and women supposed to teach their children in the Lord. The Bible has in it what women and men are supposed to do, their roles both do in God's creation on this earth. If women rebel over the authority of their husband, then that's like witchcraft. Women, you need to follow what the Bible has in it, and that's different if a woman does not have a husband to their no wait. If a woman does not have a husband, they are not married to a man yet. Titus 2:4, 1 Corinthians 7:39, 1 Corinthians 7:3, Ephesians 5:23, 1 Corinthians 3, 1 Corinthians 11:3, 5, Romans 7:2. you try to use other scriptures saying women give summons young wrong. That's not how God divine order for home and church. If you're letting women do summons, that needs to stop. Get that with God divine order in your church. The whole point I'm trying to make is, yes, women has their part, women has their roles, women has everything in what God designed women to do certain things in church and at home. But they cannot all of a sudden be, that's excluding if y'all women don't have a husband, or you have children by another man, divorce. That's totally different. That's a whole different subject and a whole different topic for another time. But for a woman not having no husband, then that's different. That is different. And if you out by living by yourself and you have a boyfriend, that's different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if a woman has a husband, the husband is the leader of the house. Now, about church, when I'm talking about church, I'm meaning that women do have their part in things in the church. Don't get me wrong, women do have their part, but they can't be the headship of the church. Christ is head of the church, but God left it to men to be there, to be over the church. He didn't leave it for men to be over the church. He left it for the elders of the church to be over. And so if you say I'm wrong and stuff, you are going against God's divine design that He ordered men to do. Because men are supposed to be over the church. And women have their role. The Bible clearly has everything in it that women are supposed to do and what men are supposed to do. But one thing that men for sure are supposed to be the leaders of the church, the elders of the church. Not all men are the leaders of the church. There are men in the congregation. The ones out in the congregation are the leaders of the house. I'm just talking about the ones, the elders. Only the elders are the leaders of the church. Men that God appointed and that the church agreed on that man's supposed to be the elder of the church is then he can be the elder, because the elders got together and say and point to a certain man to be the elder, and they went before the church and told the church that this is the elder. the man while he is the elder and stuff. So if you sing along, then you're going against God's divine order of stuff and not what it meant for. Okay, God meant for men to lead the church. Nowhere in the Bible says that women are supposed to give summons. Women are not supposed to be get out there and give a summons. Women are not supposed to do that. It's a man. And if you, a man, are at the other church and your church is doing that, y'all need to study and y'all need to study hard and see what God meant. Because God never meant for a woman to give summons. I don't care how you try to say this scripture says this, that women are supposed to give summons, or this scripture or that scripture. God won't go against what he has in scripture, and he won't go from Genesis all the way to Revelation. It won't go against each other. It would all work out together. All the scriptures work together, and there's not this ain't go what or that go what. There's these scriptures what and these scriptures not. God never do that. God said that on all scripture in the Bible works together and not go against one another. It all works out the way God intended to be. And he divine order of things. He divine design of stuff that he says that needs to be done. So if you like to leave comments, comment, but please, if you disagree with me, don't bash. Don't be a bash. Especially while you disagree and when you disagree. I'm not going to get back to you because I already told you what God's divine order is supposed to be. If you disagree, that's fine. But you are going against what God says, what he needs at the home and in the church.